Hello, Foxhound agents. I'm Hunter. We're playing Metal Gear Solid, and we just defeated Liquid Snake in his helicopter fighting platform. We were talking to our people about things. We talked to the Colonel about the elevator. Master's not answering his codec. I don't know. Nastasha, what does she have to say?
There is no doubt about it. After the Cold War ended, the chance of a full-scale, worldwide nuclear conflagration was diminished. But on the other hand, the chances of local tactical use of nuclear weapons greatly increased. Civil wars, revolutions, regional disputes. It seems like there is a new war popping up somewhere every day. And many of them are the result of centuries-old hatred between different ethnic or religious groups. These people do not think rationally or logically. In such conflicts, there is no concern for the high civilian casualty rate, and international criticism means little. A nuclear deterrent is meaningless because emotions run so hot. Furthermore, unlike strategic nuclear missiles, the decision to use tactical nuclear missiles is in some cases left up to battlefield commanders. It is pretty scary. As long as nuclear weapons continue to proliferate, the chances that someone is going to use them will also continue to grow.
Yep. Nuclear pollution bad. War bad. People bad.
Ironically, the policy of nuclear deterrence has prevented the elimination of nuclear weapons. The entire basis for determining them to be illegal has been undermined by this military policy. In other words, nuclear weapons cannot be declared illegal because we have an entrenched policy which makes them legal ipso facto. America and Russia are not the only countries with nuclear weapons. During the Cold War, the UK, France, and China publicly declared the existence of their own nuclear arsenals. Since we entered the 21st century, we have confirmed the existence of nuclear weapons programs in countries throughout Africa, the Middle East, South America, and Asia. Nukes are steadily proliferating. The 21st century is paying for the 20th century's failure to plug the holes in the NPT and for the IAEA's failure to tighten nuclear control measures.
I just read today about China, how China was threatening the nationalist Chinese in Taiwan. And in the mid-1950s, the United States, the military was saying, we should use nuclear weapons on China. And it was this idea that was developing in the U.S. government at the time that communism was a contagion that was going to, attack other countries and take over. That had to be contained. That led Truman to decide to protect Taiwan from China and threaten China, which I am told gave Mao Zedong support in his bureaucracy for developing that country's nuclear weapons program.
The IAEA was established in 1957 to oversee peaceful as well as military applications of atomic power. But the IAEA can only investigate those countries which request an investigation. Furthermore, the timing of the inspection must be approved by the country in question. They are not allowed to do sneak inspections. The country that is being investigated can even dictate the nationality of the inspectors that they will allow in. In the late 1970s, Iraq would only allow inspectors from Bulgaria and Russia to enter the country. The IAEA does not even have the authority to level fines against countries who have committed infractions. After the Gulf War, they discovered that Iraq had been developing nuclear weapons in secret right under the investigators' noses. Unfortunately, as an organization, the IAEA just did not have the teeth to effectively stop the proliferation of nuclear weapons and technology.
Alright, so... Oh, Nastasha, you're killing me right here. So, we don't have to argue that Saddam Hussein was a bad guy, but this kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, doesn't it? Obviously, Iraq was invaded by the United States after this game was made. This is an old game. And on the basis that Saddam Hussein was pursuing all kinds of weapons of mass destruction. And as it turns out, he wasn't. Now, certainly he was doing shady things, and certainly he was an abusive autocrat who, well, he killed some people. He killed some people. But when looking at the big picture, politically, you have to be careful what you do. And the United States was not careful in Iraq, and unfortunately, everyone, including the people from that area, and World Heritage, paid a heavy price. Nastasha, you're killing me. I don't want to talk all day long. Let's talk to someone else.
I don't know why, but the elevator just started working again. If you take it all the way to the bottom of Tower B and go outside, you'll be in the snowfield. The entrance to the underground maintenance base is in the north of the snowfield.
Tell me more about the elevator. Has the elevator had an up-to-date inspection certificate? Is the elevator weight capacity, is it correct? What else can you tell me about the elevator?
The entrance to the underground maintenance base is in the north of the snowfield.
Alright. And I think we're done here. I'll get back to Nastasha. I just can't handle any more of her philosophy about Saddam Hussein's weapons of mass destruction and the IAEA and this and that and proliferation, and I've heard it all 1,000 times, and it's not getting any better. The UN, as a regulatory agency, is a complete and abject failure. End of story. So, Liquid Snake is down? Now, I don't know the story, but from what little I do know, let me tell you, I get the impression that Liquid Snake is just fine. I get the impression that I'll be fighting him again. I could be wrong. I don't know. Don't know why the frame rate has such problems around here. Cannot put my back up against this. Or that. Well, I can, but it doesn't change the camera angle, which is kind of what I was going for. Just do this. Whoa, look! It's Tower A. Here's Tower B! It's small, doesn't it? So cute. So tiny. Alright, the elevator is working again. Let us get off of this miserable tower, out of this snow, which seems to wreak havoc with frame rate. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's not the snow. You know, I always go the wrong way before I go the right way. It kills me, just killing me. I am killing me. I probably should have done the codec in here. It's much quieter, but... well. Alright, how do I use the... alright. I actually used that same key to grab ladders in another game. A game with a pretty crappy interface, in case you were wondering. Only games with crappy interfaces require you to push separate buttons to grab ladders. Come on. I mean, it's a great game, but come on. Hopefully I'm not going to get ambushed by respawning guys here, because that's not what I would like. There might be cameras, though. You know how this game is. there cameras here? I mean, I kind of expect the cameras are gone, but why would they be? And what effect does the camera have? Does it just set off an alarm? Oh, they're gun turrets. And they're back. Or, by back I mean they never went anywhere. They are exactly where we left them, which, although very annoying, makes perfect sense. So, do I have 5 grenades? Yeah, that should be enough. Assuming I don't screw this up, which, you know, screw it up. Obviously this follows a pattern, but I can't keep track of it. This camera, these staircases. Oh, it looks like the camera does it for me. The camera will show me when there are gun turrets in front of me, so I don't have to keep looking in front of me like that. And at the bottom of the shaft, or halfway or something, is the elevator door, which, I don't know, it seems like you could just... Snake could just use his rappel line and get down there from one of these banisters or whatever, but no, apparently we have to use the elevator. It's a very important part of this story. I swear to God, though, you don't check in front of you. You get lazy like this, the game will put some enemies in front of you. I don't have any radar. Get lazy. Good thing I have enough chaff grenades. Okay, there's one more. That's not it. There it is. Alright, there's the block. Oh, it's not so dark now. Nice. Now if I could just have my radar back. Oh, what is that? Nice. If I could just have my radar back, that'd be great. Moss bullet. Where'd all this stuff come from? Did, Hal leave it? Where does that go? I don't... Was this here before? I'm sorry, it's been a very long time since I was here. I don't remember. I just kind of want to see if there's supplies around here. Like... rations. There might be some stuff down there. I remember going down to the bottom. We used the explosives to open the door that was frozen shut. Doesn't really make sense to me, but... I'll go even further than that. It doesn't make sense, but... Alright, there's the bottom of the staircase. Oh, I totally need an elevator. I can't, you know... Snake can't really manage to get down there. It's just not... He couldn't possibly climb down that. Damn! Yeah, that's right, Snake. You can't do it. Snake goes by the book. And that means only using approved pathways that are officially maintained. None of this climbing across broken stairs and... Alright. I don't remember what this is. This is the base of the... Oh yeah, the walkway between the two towers and something Stinger missiles. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, this gets us off of the tower. Because apparently we just can't walk down there. Press that. Oh.
Hurry! The underground base is past the communications tower.
Yep. I'm just gonna skip him.
I don't know why, but the elevator just started working again.
Hell, just get your freaking multimeter and figure it out. Do I need to have a gun out? Do I need to have a gun out?
Huh?
This elevator is possessed by Liquid Snake. I knew it. That's his plot, to trap us in the elevator. Or to make it fall really quickly and hurt us. Yeah, I don't know.
Hurry! The underground base is past the communications tower.
The elevator isn't working!
In 1970, all 5 nuclear powers, America, the Soviet Union, France, England, and China, signed the NPT. The treaty provided that the non-nuclear equipped countries could receive assistance for peaceful applications of nuclear power. But military applications of nuclear power were strictly prohibited, and the IAEA was given the responsibility of investigating countries who were suspected of being in non-compliance with the NPT. But the IAEA could not stop the proliferation of nuclear weapons either. Not only couldn't the IAEA levy any penalties against violating nations, but it became impossible to distinguish between technologies which would lead to military development and technologies which were for civilian applications.
What are they doing? Giving themselves permission to go with war with anyone who is suspected of developing nuclear weapons? Or alternatively, boycotting their trade and turning them into international pariah states, a la, I don't know, North Korea, Iraq. I mean, these are not just countries that are pursuing nuclear weapons. They're countries that have things going on in them. Anyway, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Maybe war is a better alternative than what they're doing, because what they're doing doesn't work. It just causes, well, nuclear proliferation. Anyway. As I said, Nastasha, you're killing me. The elevator.
The entrance to the underground maintenance base is in the north of the snowfield.
What's going on with the elevator? Alright. To be fair, I haven't tried to do anything with it. Is this floor 9? I have no idea. Did I push the wrong button? It's not the wrong button. Looks like my options are floor 9, floor 1, and exit. I thought that was open doors, maybe close the doors.
Snake, there's something I forgot to tell you before.
What?
There were 5 stealth camouflage prototypes in my lab.
Yeah, so?
If you take out the one I'm wearing, that leaves 4.
Hey, this isn't first grade math class.
I thought I'd get one for you. So I went back to the lab and
Yeah?
the 4 suits were missing. Also, about the elevator that I checked out, it's really strange. It was like someone was intentionally holding it.
When you were riding on it, did the weight limit warning go off?
That's another thing that bothered me about it. The warning went off, and I know I couldn't be over the limit.
How much do you weigh?
About 135, but that elevator had a weight limit of 650 pounds.
It would take at least 5 people to go over that limit.
Look out, Snake! The guys who stole my stealth prototypes are in there with you!
Too late, Snake! Now die!
What's going on? What's going on? What do I do? What do I do? Oh my goodness. Alright, where do I start? First off, for some reason, I don't know why, this game really does not want to render the camouflage the right way. But guys are really easy to see if I don't render the camouflage the right way. So, I don't know. I'm kind of up against the wall there. Second off, what button do I use to fight again? Oh, by the way, I've got a menu in front of me here. Maybe I can show that. The screen didn't just freeze, all right? There's a menu here. Let's see. Wow, why is that so slow? It's coming up here like a 1200 baud modem. Let's see. I think it's just shift, I think. Maybe. Wow, that's weird. Well, that is super weird. That looks really weird. The rendering is really like sluggish for some interesting reason. All right, elevator fight. I'm probably going to get killed because I'm not prepared, and I have to prepare. I have to know which keys I'm using. Good luck, Snake. Or actually, maybe this is funny. Let's have a conversation.
They're using stealth camouflage. You can't see them, so listen closely. Use your ears.
How does that stealth technology work? Is it optic or chemical? Do you know, Snake?
Ask the person who invented it. He should know.
I don't think I'm going to have trouble finding them. I'm in an elevator with them. Also, let's talk about the elevator weight limit. I'm concerned about safety.
Ask the person who invented it. He should know.
Stealth camouflage? Yes, that is the new material recently developed which hides a person's body by bending light. I think you should ask the person who invented it. Stealth camouflage?
Stealth camouflage?
Otacon, I can't see them. What should I do?
Oh, stealth camouflage works by bending the light around an object. That's how it makes them invisible. But it doesn't have the ability to mask heat. Use your thermal goggles, Snake. You'll be able to see their heat signatures. Huh? You don't have any thermal goggles? Well, with your eyesight, you might be able to spot them if you look really hard.
Thermal goggles? Huh? You don't have any thermal goggles? Well, use your eyesight if you look really hard.
Eyesight?
Alright, oh, he's got guns! Okay. Hey, don't shoot me! Also, I need, they're shooting me. They're shooting me. Okay. Okay. What are you shooting at? What did I just throw? Chaff grenade? Alright, so there's a lot of problems with that. For one thing, the frame rate is 15 frames a second. That's just what it's at, alright? For another thing, I couldn't even tell if I was doing damage or, like, I don't know if I'm supposed to do something other than fight them, because fighting them doesn't seem to be necessarily the solution. And, yeah. Surprise! They're in the elevator. Do I have to... Okay, that's good. Let's switch to the rations. That's one thing I can do. Rations, rations, rations. Right. I'll see if I can get you a picture of that stealth camouflage switch screen there. I don't really have time for another attempt. I just don't. Alright, so next time on Let's Play Metal Gear Solid, we're still dealing with this elevator thing here. Yeah. Elevator. Call OSHA. I don't even know why we have to use the elevator. Well, we have to use the elevator or we can't get trapped in the elevator with a bunch of ninjas. Okay? Elevator. So. Melee. Yeah, melee. B. What? Really? You're kidding me. Alright. C.
Snake, in China they say, when walking through a melon patch, don't adjust your sandals. That means that when things get really bad, you have to try to remember what's important. Keep things in the proper perspective, okay?
Is walking through a melon patch bad? I guess I'll take her word for it. Sorry, Water and Ninja Effect. I don't know. I mean, outside of the lab, in an elevator, I can pretty much see where they are anyway, so what are you gonna do?